CustomTacticals.com here, and we're reviewing a Seki-Cut Bob Lum Encounters folder. Seki-Cut's not that popular of a brand in the North America, but it's a Japanese company, if the name didn't give it away. They're very popular in Japan. They do a lot of stuff that has a sort of Japanese flair to it. Bob Lum, being Chinese, still makes the cut, I guess. A lot of their fixed blade knives are pretty cool. They've got some Damascus, some Japanese style sort of rough cut stuff that I really like. The Bob Lum, on the other hand, is a little bit more North American, aside from Bob Lum's sort of Asian flair that he throws into his knives. The construction of the knife is very similar to the Spyderco Lums, and even to the point where they're using the Phillips heads there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I've been told actually that Seki-Cut uses the same factory as Spyderco does on some of their knives. So that wouldn't surprise me, given that they have very similar construction, and the Phillips screws on the other side as well. This one has a sort of a linen micarta, is what I think it is, because you can see sort of the linen fibers on it. It's kind of a finer finish. D2 steel, hollow ground, swedge on the top. Lum's red logo there. And the marking on the back is D2 Japan. Single thumb stud. Typical construction here. Open back with the lanyard hole. So this micarta is kind of a funny stuff. It has a bit of a white look to it, and then when you kind of hold it and if your hands get kind of sweaty, it kind of darkens up again from the moisture, and then when you let it sit, it kind of lightens up again, and kind of an odd sort of finish to it. But I guess I've seen a few micartas do that, like such as the Chris Reeve Pacific and Green Beret folders. They also have that kind of a thing going on. I thought this was quite a nice knife. It's about 4 inches blade length. Has pretty decent action. Liner lock, steel liners. Engages pretty good, and pretty early in the lock movement there, if you can see it. I did find that I had to sort of tinker around a little bit with the pivot adjustment to get this one just right. But overall, very nice feel to it. Nice little clip point there. Slices really well. Very sharp, just like Spyderco's are. Just pops that hair right off the arm. Great for shaving the arm hairs. I really like the little butt here that Bob Lum likes to put on some of his knives. Feels really good. I think these are pretty cheap too. I think for the most part you can snag them for about $100 or just over $100 online, maybe 120, and probably a little bit cheaper than what you'd pay for a Lum from Spyderco. So you know, it seems like a pretty good deal if you compare it that way. So the only kind of funny thing that I found with the design was the clip is bead blasted. Doesn't really go with the blade. Maybe they're trying to match the handle, but it sort of has this off look to it, which I didn't really like. Also only goes on one spot, which is right hand carry, tip down. It does have a nice little hole in it, so you can adjust the pivot, which I found useful because I did adjust the pivot. I put some Militech in this knife too, which is something you might want to consider if you do purchase one of these. I put some Militech because the action wasn't very good, and the Militech seeped through the pivot and then darkened the entire scale here. I had to remove the scales and then wash them out and try and sort of even out the the sort of the darkening from where the oil was. And you can just barely see it now, but that was kind of discouraging because I saw these like dark rings around the holes here right after the next day, and I was like, oh my god. So it didn't look too good, but now that I've washed them out and sort of cleaned out the Militech that's seeped into the micarta, it's sort of gone back to what it looked like before, which is a lot better than what it looked like right afterwards. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Bob Lum folder from Seki-Cut. I think called the Encounters. Alright, have a good one.